Hey, what's going on? It's Inventor here, with my first look at Battlefield 6. This is launch day, and Battlefield 6 just went up live a few hours ago. I've seen some gameplay, but I haven't had a chance to try it out yet. I didn't get a chance to participate in the open beta weekends because I was busy at the time, especially with Diablo 4, PTR as well, I think. So this is gonna be my first real foray into the game. So I'm just gonna get started here. I don't know too much about the game. I did preload it, and I did go into the settings to make sure that everything was kind of okay there. But first things first here, I wanted to go into the firing range and actually play around a little bit with the game, because I think that movement is a big part of my enjoyment for first-person shooters. I played quite a bit of Warzone. I'll talk about that a little later. Warzone and multiplayer for Call of Duty. Yeah, you can make fun of me for being a Call of Duty fanboy if you'd like, but again, I'll talk more about that when I queue up and have a bit more time to do so. But just loading this up right now, not bad. Just running around, kind of like it. It does feel pretty smooth, the movement. Now, oh, I can double bunny hop. Haven't been able to do that, it feels like, since Warzone 1, but yeah, it looks to me like the crouching and sprinting, and it doesn't let me slide, though. I need to maybe adjust that a little later. But yeah, so far so good. ADS feels pretty good. Ooh, the recoil on that is pretty crazy. Yeah, okay. I wonder if there's going to be some attachments to fix the recoil a little later. Again, this is my first foray back, or my first foray into Battlefield 6. This is my first Battlefield game in a very long time. I think ever since Battlefield 2. But here, I see that I can adjust the firing mode. Okay, this seems a little bit more manageable. All right, so maybe I'll set to single fire when I actually play. Again, I'm a total noob at this. Not to make too much fun of me, but this is really my first look at all this, so not bad. Okay, firing range. I see that the movement's looking pretty good already. I'm actually really excited for that. And it does look like there's quite a few multiplayer game modes. Now, I'm actually looking for a good old-fashioned game of Conquest. Conquest has been the staple of Battlefield ever since, for as long as I can remember, actually. But I think well, I believe that pretty much every Battlefield that I've played ever has had a Conquest mode. And Conquest mode is basically a large-scale capture the flag. It reminds me of when I played Modern Warfare 2019, they had Ground War, so it's very similar, but it's a slightly different. And you can see, or, well, I can see. Oh, and there's 4 classes. Yeah, this is exactly as I remember it. Assault is usually the medic base class, if I'm not mistaken. And they run assault rifles. Probably going to be the most popular class. I think most people usually like to run assault. Engineer. I don't know why it pulled me out. Oh, yeah, I guess it was done loading. So, engineer is usually for dealing with vehicles like tanks and all that. So I think they'll have like a rocket launcher. Support has LMG and ammo for resupply. And Recon runs a sniper rifle and explosives like Claymores and C4s. At least that's how it was in previous Battlefields. So that's as much as I know. Like, again, I haven't really done too much digging. I did see like a little bit of gameplay for Battlefield 6. But I myself am going to be a total noob at this. Oh, alright, I see that this game's almost done. So I think the next game is the one where we'll actually have a chance to look into more of the gameplay. Whoa, these graphics are insane. I don't think my PC can actually handle these graphics. My graphics card is not quite good enough to run the ultra graphics at max FPS. I mean, it's enough to render all the graphics, but to play this optimally, I'll probably need to tone it down. I think I'll do that now before I get into the next game, like a real match. And same thing with sliding too. I'm gonna need to make some adjustments. So I'm gonna pause the video here for a second and make those adjustments, and then I'm gonna continue talking about my thoughts on Battlefield so far, even though I haven't really played too much. Alright, so I'm back in game here, and it looks like we're loading up the first real game that I'm going to get a chance to play, rather than the previous one, where I showed up very briefly, and then that was that. So, one of the beautiful things that Battlefield is so good at doing, as far as I can... Wait, am I in game? I can't tell. Oh yeah, I am, okay. And it seems I got put into a squad with a group of other people automatically. Kind of interesting. We'll probably try to... okay, fine. I'll just get into the vehicle. Why not? I don't think I can actually do anything here, though. I can get, like, a third-person view because I'm just a passenger. There's somebody manning the guns, and there's somebody driving. Interesting driving skills. I did adjust the settings so that now I'm on medium, so that my FPS is slightly better than before. It's going to be enough to actually play the game, at least, I hope. But nothing too... I mean, nothing too groundbreaking as compared to what I had before. But it's not that much worse, I would say. Like, as long as I can see what's going on, and for me personally, just looking at this, the graphics look pretty beautiful to me. I really like them. I have no complaints about that. Now, what I was saying earlier with regards to Battlefield 6 as compared to Call of Duty, because of course that's going to be the comparison. It might be annoying to hear me draw parallels, but I've been a Call of Duty fan for a long time, and me personally, playing Ground War, which is the closest thing you could get to Conquest, is not... Like, it's something very different. It doesn't feel comparable. Like, Battlefield 6 just does these, like, large-scale sort of battles really, really well. I've actually missed Battlefield games. Like, I think the last one they released was 2042, and that one was a bit of a flop, by my understanding. I'm gonna get out here and actually start doing some combat, or try to, at least. Let me just set my gun on single fire, and let's see if I can actually find some targets here. And there's the scoreboard. Yeah. I see that I actually did get some score probably just by being in the tank, but let's see if I can actually... Oh. Okay. I did actually manage to get a kill there. It was a little embarrassing. I didn't react very quickly because I wasn't sure if it was an enemy or not. Okay, there we go. There's my... I wouldn't say squad, but there's my team, yeah. Should be more people. Ooh. Not bad. That's my first kill so far. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Neutralizing. So there's 5 people on this flag, and it has now been neutralized. And if I know... I'm just gonna wait right here. I don't know if there's any way for me to get cover. Like, in Call of Duties, there's like a deployable cover, but it doesn't seem like I have that here. Oh, this is just pulling for... Oh, this is a ladder. Oh, I have a ladder. I can probably put... Oh, this is a stim. So this is probably so I can heal myself. I wonder if it's like health is done by regen in this as compared to... Oh, there's somebody that just ran by. Oh. Okay, well, kind of turned on me real quick there. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna request to be revived, although there is somebody here. I'm gonna slowly bleed out. I could probably just skip past all this. I don't expect to be revived, and I'm gonna try to get back into it. Oh, so I can actually choose one of the spawn points for myself. So I get back in here. I also edit my loadout, so there's a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. Oh, and there's subclasses too. Oh, that's really cool. Anyway, yeah, I feel like I'm at a bit of a disadvantage as compared to other people that have actually played the beta. Because they know the game a bit better, so I'm gonna die a lot, I'm sure. But I'll try my best, all the same, while talking. So I felt like, yeah, I've kind of gone like the game is a little overwhelming. I admit. There's like so many different things going on and so many different things I want to try. I want to have a chance to try a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna throw on the engineer class. I think I like this. I think that and I can actually choose. Not only can I play a specific class and a subclass, but I can also, it looks like, customize the guns. And I guess this is, I have to actually level the guns up and then maybe spend some currency to unlock it. Again, that's, oh, this is pretty awesome. Okay, and here I can adjust. I can actually adjust what barrel and all that, probably reduce the recoil or increase the recoil, but also increase the damage. There's going to be a lot of stuff like that. And to be honest, I've missed this a lot. I missed being able to adjust my guns in what feels like a very meaningful way. Like, the last time I was playing COD was Black Ops 6, and the recent CODs have just not been hitting in that regard. The gunsmith or customization system, whatever you want to call it, is so I don't even know if I'd say watered down. It doesn't feel nearly as exciting as back in Modern Warfare 2019. Like if I'm gonna avoid that tank. Probably need an engineer for that. Oh, I see there's a lot of people at the end here. Okay, well, there's a tank there. So, like I said, I will be dying a lot. It's going to take me a while to learn this game, and I'll probably spend a great deal of time, well, not just dead, but after this game, like, this is my first look at the game, and I would want the first look to be on, multiplayer, right? I'm born and bred on multiplayer, but I think that it would do me a lot of good to try out the campaign. I think I'll probably spend a bit of time on the campaign, and it'll also help me probably figure out what the mechanics are like a little bit better on this game and get more used to it. Okay, there we go. Figuring out how to slide, well, maybe not slide cancel, but just slide. Pretty useful feature, but I really do like that it's not so... Like, the movement is a lot more grounded than in Call of Duty. This is going to be kind of sad. This is going to be, like, I'm going to be drawing a lot of parallels to Call of Duty, so people who don't care for that or who are going to be sick of listening to it, you may want to shut off the video now, but if you're going to listen on, then, well, listen on. So, yeah, one of the things that I couldn't really stand about the recent iterations of Call of Duty is I just felt like the movement was so... It was too much. Being able to, like, dive, having Omni movement. Like, I feel like Omni movement was more built for controller. I could never really get behind it. Like, there were a lot of issues that the recent Call of Duties have had that I'm just not as big a fan of. So I'm actually really relieved that Battlefield is, at least in my eyes, right? Not everyone's gonna agree, but it feels like they're taking a lot of the things that players couldn't really... that players were complaining about in the recent Call of Duties and actually trying to do the complete reverse opposite of all that. Starting with, like, the grounded skins, right? Like, I think one of the biggest complaints is that I stopped... Like, I haven't... I mean, even when Warzone 2 was out... Oh, there we go. There's a nice rank up. Yeah, when Warzone 2... Oh, and I unlocked on 41. When Warzone 2 came out, I remember there were a number of skins that were very off-putting for me personally, like the Groot skin. Not just because it kind of broke the immersion of the game, but because there's, like, some pay-to-win advantage. Where am I going? I'm just aimlessly wandering around. I'm a very objective-based player, so I'm going to try to focus on capturing the flags. I'm nowhere near the top of the scoreboard on my team, but, like, in terms of kills, like, I'm, like, probably close to the bottom if we sift through that, but I have been a participant for most of the flags. That's going to be a recurring trend in these kinds of matches that I play on multiplayer. I'm not really big on having like a high KD. Like my KD is going to be... Oh, thank you. Yeah, somebody brought me back here, but I don't think I... Okay, well, I try to stand next to the flag, but... There's like a tank over there. I don't think I live very long. Oh, nope. Nothing I can do about that, really. I'm probably dead here, so I'm gonna let it go. And I'm gonna go back, and I'd actually like to try one of the other ones. Honestly, I'm probably gonna be a support, or no, assault class for life, but I do want to have a chance to try a little bit of everything at least. This is an LMG. Now, I remember, I think in the past... Oh. Okay, not exactly... Did I get him? I think I got him, right? I did actually get him. Oh, cool. That's not normally how I would aim, I hope, but I just went with it here. Oh, can I revive him? Is that possible? I mean, I'm support class, right? How do I revive him now? Okay, there we go. So that's how it is. Maybe it's support that's supposed to do the revives, not... Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it's support that does the revives rather than assault. That would be a departure from some of the previous games where I'm so used to assault being the medic-oriented sort of class. I'm going to prioritize capturing the point first before I run the risk of dying here. Okay. And I'm just going to try to revive him. There we go. And I can actually pull him to cover. Now that is a nice feature. Yeah, this is what I missed about Battlefield. Like, in Battlefield, if you're down, you're definitely not out. People can kind of bring you back. I mean, unless you get blown to bits by a tank or whatever. But yeah, no, that's one of the things I really admire about how Battlefield's gameplay is. It's so focused around this, like, not just team-based combat, but it's combat that... Okay, that guy just scared me. It's based around combat on, like, a large scale, right? Large scale... Oh, okay, there's somebody else here. I'm just gonna pretend that I don't see them for a bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. See him. There, got one. There. Ah, it means a little easier than I remember it being in some of the previous Battlefields. Or, Battlefield 2 and 2142 specifically. Just trying to... Okay, cool. Yeah, you can see my score is not all that impressive, but I have actively been joining in for the flag caps. I'm actually, like, I think I have the most flag caps on the team, so I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Again, not gonna be the... Oh, this is the defibrillator. This is not gonna be the most exciting gameplay, but it's the gameplay I can do while I just talk and aimlessly wander around. So, one of the things I love about Battlefield is the large-scale kind of fights that they have, right? In Call of Duty, like, I think Ground War was like, what, 20 versus 20? But here we got like 32 v 32. Like 64 play... Whoa. Okay, this one, hipfire was the... there was a guy at the end of the hall. I thought that there were all the teammates, but I guess... Perhaps they didn't. Oh. Oh, oops, that was the wrong one. I was trying to thank him. But, oh, there's a guy. Alright, let me see if I can... Oh, I want to revive him. Oh! I did get him. Oh, no, never mind. Alright, that's okay. I'm gonna... Oh, no, there's a guy. No, I think he's in trouble too. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I wonder if there's like smoke grenades and trophy systems in... I can actually spawn on this guy. Yes, my squad leader. Let's go. In Call of Duty, there's like trophy system that allows you to negate explosives, like grenades and all that. And there's also smoke grenades, which, well, you can use to provide cover, right? So they can't really see you as easily if, let's say, you want to revive somebody, but Here, I haven't really seen anyone throw smoke yet, so not entirely sure. Past iterations of Battlefield have had it, so I would expect it to be here, but just haven't seen it yet. Well, all good. Now I'm just gonna play dead and pretend that nobody here can see me, while I continue to just cap the flag like I have been. I'm actually middle of the scoreboard first game, despite, well, despite not having any kills. This is kind of nice. Somebody on top is like, what, 28 kills, and I somehow managed to be a little over half of the score there. I was going to try to revive this guy, but I think he died or bled out. Okay, so health automatically regens, it looks like. It's not like some of the previous Battlefields were more unforgiving, where if you get downed, right, and... a second here. Oh, well, I did do a decent bit of damage. But in some of the previous Battlefields, it was the case that you can't really regen without an actual medic actively helping you. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more familiar with this, so I can just... How do I... Oh, no, this guy's on his feet. He looked like he needed a revive. Nice. Liking this. Okay. I have, like, no kills, though. I actually have the lowest amount of kills compared to everybody else, but I do get to cap flags. I don't think this is going to be the most enjoyable gameplay, though, I realize. Like, I'm hoping that in time I can get better at this. Better at this game. Like, I think that I'm going to be switching over to Battlefield 6 as my main game. Like, Call of Duty has been, I'll just say it up front, it has been stale for me for a while, for reasons I may or may not get into on this video. But in addition to that, I've been playing a fair bit of Diablo 4, and it would be nice to switch things up and do something a little different. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Whoa. Nope, nope. I was trying to run away as soon as I saw all of them. I was about to ADS by habit, and then immediately I was trying to get out of there. I wonder if there's like a tank or something. Oh, yeah, right. I totally forgot. There's also a sniper class, too. Okay, well, in that case, maybe I can try to find like a good hidey hole and just shoot down at people. I see my last remaining squad mate has like 20 assists. Not bad. I'm hoping to play a second game after this, but I think I'd probably do something that's not Conquest. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anybody who's watching, are you bored yet? You want to see more of this kind of objective-based gameplay? Oh. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Let me revive you real quick. Oh, is this defibrillator instant? Maybe as a medic, like I can just instantly revive somebody with defibrillator. I'm not sure. Okay, so if I just hide right, I can't really hide, but squad member alive. Okay, well maybe if I can I res him, or is this a trap? Yeah, I'm just gonna try to pull him over this way, just real quick. There you go. It's nice that anyone can revive, so I don't really feel too much of a penalty from playing at something other than medic for a change. Yeah, again, in previous... Like, there's pros and cons to this, right? Like, oh, there we go, got one. Oh, got one, not bad. Okay, well, if I died to a tank, then there's not much that could be done about that. But in previous Battlefields, yeah, you specifically needed to play medic. You specifically needed to play a medic in order to actually bring people back, so it's interesting here that they've kind of turned that on its head a little bit. Spec Ops. Okay, I kind of wonder if I'll be able to use other weapons. I guess weapons are unlocked separately from all this. I'm a little curious, though. Am I able to switch out for, let's say, a carbine? M4A1 Recon. Sniper training path. Oh, so I get perks based on what I select. Now, that is cool. So I can customize my soldier to give me specific perks. But I can use whatever guns I want in this. I think that's a really cool system. I think that, yeah, that's pretty amazing. And the guns themselves, I can also change what attachments I have on them. Now that is Now that's something that I've missed. Like, again, I didn't really play much of, well, I didn't play any of Battlefield 2042 when that came out because I heard overwhelmingly negative things about it, and that was a huge, that was very discouraging for me. But then now I'm playing Battlefield 6 here, partly because I'd heard from plenty of other people who played the game that it's actually really fun. I haven't heard too many people complaining about anything in particular for the game, so I decided to give it an earnest try, and so far I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm not... Oh, okay, got one. Oh, no. Somebody else was here. Yeah. Maybe I should just follow the rest of my team. I'm not quite skilled enough to know whether or not I can, like, cap a flag, like ninja cap or whatever. So I might try to be a little more combat medic. Okay, let me try support. I think I'm liking support the most so far. Just makes the most sense for me. Okay, minus this LMG. I'd like to get rid of the LMG for something else. Maybe like a shotgun. Haven't really used the shotgun yet, or the pistol, but I can't imagine the pistol being that much better than the other options out there. But yeah, as time goes on, I'd like to spend a bit more time trying to get better at the game and understanding the mechanics and all that. That'll take quite a bit more time, though, I think. That's not something that'll happen overnight. That'll probably take... I mean, like, some people had, like, a whole beta, and they're just more skilled because they carry over a lot of the skills that they've learned from previous entries of Battlefield or of Call it... Okay, I don't want to talk about my aim on that one. Okay, I did get him, though. From the previous games of Battlefield or Call of Duty or whatever. But okay, so these are paddles. Okay, so this is deployable cover. Maybe I can try my... Oh. Do I have a frag grenade? What is this? I have no idea. Okay, well, at least I managed to cap one flag. There's a tank. Am I dead here? I'm just hoping that this deployable cover will buy me enough time that I can be a part of it. Okay, I did manage to cap the flag successfully. I don't even know how that guy, or how I managed to get him. And, okay, so the paddles are an instant revive. Okay. All right, starting to get the hang of this, I think. So, does this guy still... Oh, there you go. I'm back. That's nice. So if I had a team of support medics or whatever it's called, then that could help. Now, let me try my pistol now. I don't expect to win this engagement, but... Oh, this is not bad! Not bad! If I hip fire it, it's actually a pretty solid weapon. I might spend a great deal of time with this. I usually like to hip fire to even out the odds because I'm a lot more mobile with hip firing than with standard weapon. Oh, here. There you go. I think I brought him back. Oh, nope. I couldn't even see what was out there. I could use a revive. I brought one of you guys back. That'd be nice if you could bring me back. Okay, I'll wait this one out. But, yeah, so far, this is the kind of... Ooh, I had just taken my hands off the keyboard. This is the kind of Battlefield gameplay that I was sort of hoping for. Very grounded, very action-packed, like a true Battlefield, right? None of this, like, wingsuit or jetpack, just classic, like, boots on the ground sort of gameplay where people are fighting over objective points, and the gunplay feels really good. Again, like, I stand by what I said before. I really do feel like the game is... Oh, no! No, I'm trying to get away from you. The game is structured in such a way that it feels... Like, it feels like they've done a really good job with team-based, like, 32v32, where, like, this map feels like one that you actually could have If you could pick me up, thank you. There we go. It really does feel like a map where you can actually have two teams duking it out and not... Like, I don't really feel like... I feel like the pacing of the match is pretty good, too. This was like a 15-minute game, but honestly, it felt like a 5-minute match in a good way, right? Like, so far, I don't really have too many complaints. I guess the one thing I would complain about is the performance of the game. I feel like it's a little choppy. Like, despite the fact that I'm running like medium graphics, like, yeah, you could blame having like a worse graphics card or whatever, but yeah, I do kind of wish it was a little bit better. That it would run the game a little better than what I have here. Okay, I want to take a look at this scoreboard. So this is the first game that I've played of Battlefield. I'm like right somewhere, dab smack in the middle. At least I had the highest number of caps, shared with second, third, and fourth spots. I think that if I had actually just followed my team and just kept capping flags, I would have been better off, but not bad for a first game of Conquest, revisiting Battlefield in such a long time, right? Now, I know this video has gone on for like some 30 minutes now, so how do I leave the menu? Okay, I'm gonna leave here. I have one more thing that I'd like to do, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts on the game. Don't want to spend too much time on this. I have a lot of fun doing these first looks and being able to talk about the game and all that, but I want to have a chance to really talk about my thoughts now that I've gotten to do all this. The Conquest closed weapon rules. Oh, okay, that's actually kind of a cool concept. So you can set the match so that rather than being able to, like, a recon, which is supposed to be a sniper, being able to use, like, let's say an assault rifle, you can make it so that they can only use their sniper rifle. Hold and remove more objectives than the enemy in order to conquer the area. I just want to play one that's, like, super fast. I did Conquest, server browser, close quarters battle. Wipe out the enemy in squad deathmatch, team deathmatch, domination, or king of the hill. Yeah, let me try this one. Close quarters battle. And it says infantry only. Okay, this is perfect for just like a quick game that I'd like to actually get some classic team deathmatch or smaller team versus smaller team, like 10v10 kind of combat. So it'll give me a well-rounded experience for the game. The only thing I don't get a chance to play is campaign, but that, again, as I mentioned before, is something that I'd like to try separately from the multiplayer. And I'll probably do like a commentary-less playthrough on it. And I'm gonna try like veteran. I'll probably die a whole bunch of times, but yeah, that's part of the game, and I'd like to have a chance to experience it. Oh, there. All right, let's see what I can do here. So first 50 kills, it looks like. Let me see if I can back this guy up. I don't know the maps very well either, so... Oh, yeah, I see a guy there. Okay, I gotta work on my aim, I admit. Oh, I can't, while I'm getting up off of prone, it doesn't look like I can shoot my gun either. Is this multi-team deathmatch? This looks like multi-team deathmatch to me. Oh, I'm getting revived. Okay, I'm glad I didn't just let myself die. Okay, so let me try using my pistol a bit more for these kind of close quarters engagements. I genuinely think that this is... Oh, he's just waiting in the corner? Okay, well, I see my purpose in this game is to just act as an active meat shield for my teammates. Oh, I've made a mistake. I don't want to... Ow. Can I... Ah, no. I almost made it, but it was maybe a little too far. A little bit ambitious. Okay. I'm just getting shot at from every angle today. I can't peek one time without getting shot by somebody. Okay, I wonder if I can switch to my other loadouts here. Yeah, I wish I knew a little bit more about, like, let's say if I were to play Recon, right? It would be nice to know a little bit more about what they're capable of, but... Okay, I gotta set this to single fire and maybe play a bit more cautiously. Not really big on caution. I'm more used to like the whole running and gunning thing in Call of Duty, but I guess that kind of comes with like practice and knowing the maps and all that. But here I know like nothing really. Just trying to learn the game. Hope that maybe some of the deaths may have given a laugh to some of the people who've been watching. Okay, I can at least help if I can just. He doesn't even let me revive him. That's so strange. I was like right there. Or maybe... Wait! How did these guys get here? I thought that my teammates were like, close by. See, I don't know the maps. I'm, like, sticking close with my teammates, and it's still not enough. Okay, there. Yeah, maybe if I, like... Do I have a shotgun? Oh, I do have a shotgun. Okay, maybe I can make use of this. Okay, tank just leveled that entire wall. Gonna try to stay a little bit out of the way of the tank, hopefully. Okay. Oh. Nope, I can't aim a shotgun either, it seems. Is there a chance, maybe? That... Oh. My hero. Alright, gonna back up here. I don't have a claymore, it's not like recon class. I remember in Battlefield 2, or Battlefield 2142 actually, I used to be big on setting up APM mines. Just blowing people up that way. Oh, I'm just gonna get back down. Yeah, I could do that, maybe. I play recon and then just place claymores and just hope for the best that they might run into them. It's tried and true strategy. Ah, I got one. Okay, with a shotgun. And I'm guessing... Yeah, maybe I should have looked behind me, but I have no way of knowing. Like, I look in front, I look behind, and then they just appear out of nowhere. And I am... My team is bottom of the scoreboard, it seems. I'm not able to do very well. But, like I said, there's a lot for me to learn in this game, and I'm looking forward to actually trying to improve and get better at it, unless... And, I mean... They keep talking about how they have an active anti-cheat. Kernel level anti-cheat and all that. We'll see if that does anything. I know that cheating was like a very big problem in some of like, the recent, well, a lot of first-person shooters, but especially in Call of Duty, that's been a recurring issue. So I'm hoping that maybe... Oh, no! Yeah. So who knows? Maybe this kernel level anti-cheat they speak of might be half decent. Okay, I think there is a guy above me, but I'm trying to get to cover first if I can manage that at all. Nope. No luck there. I feel like I'm just dying nonstop. Like that's all I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna try to hug the corners. Maybe play a bit differently, but I have a lot. Come on. Can I just want to get one knife kill? No. Where'd he go? Trying to get a knife kill here. I just want to get one before. Oh, did I get him? No! I wanted to get one knife kill before the end of the video, but... Oh, yeah, no, they know I'm here. I'm gonna try to... Oh, my... How do I even... Okay, I keep my knife out, and then I can knife sprint. Okay, I'm gonna have to rebind that, but... It doesn't look like... Doesn't look like pulling this off. I wonder if they keep track. I'm gonna have to take a look, but I wonder if they actually keep track of some of these stats. I remember that was the thing in previous Battlefields that Call of Duty hasn't done. That would be a huge W for me. Okay, I didn't place last, or I didn't get last place at least, and I wasn't completely bottom. No, I'm bottom of the. Okay, well I'm the worst player. I don't want to look at this. I'll hopefully come back to this in like a week or a couple weeks and. And by then, I'm hoping that I'll have improved a fair bit more than whatever the heck this match was that I just played, or these two matches. I don't think I did too bad in the previous game of Conquest. These objective-based game modes, I'm very big on like capturing the the flag or the hard point or whatever it is. In Call of Duty, I've never had the highest KDA. I never even really had the highest kill records, but I remember I would have a really high score a lot of the time, and that's just because I was big on capturing flags. But the difference between Call of Duty and Battlefield here for me is that I'm a lot more familiar with Call of Duty, so um, there I guess I'm a lot more familiar with what I can and can't get away with, dropping like smoke grenade and trophy system on the flag, stuff like that. But here I don't know this iteration of the game as well, not like people who've played the beta and all that. That's what I'm going to go off as my main excuse. And I know that there's a lot of stigma surrounding, well, I wanted to have a chance to really talk about the expectations that people have had, right? Like earlier I was talking about how I think some longtime Battlefield fans have been joking. Like, I've seen this on social media. There's been a lot of joking around about how Call of Duty fans are going to be coming in and they never played for objective, and I gotta be honest, I kind of get where that comes from, because I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2019, and I was big on playing for objective, but it would always be frustrating trying to play hardpoint or domination and no one else goes for objectives. So I'm not trying to say that I'm the exception or anything of that sort, but I can kind of see where that sort of reputation comes from. I mean, I've played both Battlefield and Call of Duty, and personally, I believe that even in Battlefield, a lot of people tend to ignore the objective anyway, but not as many people as in Call of Duty. I will say that much. But either way, I'm going to try to have fun and just enjoy myself playing Battlefield 6 and trying to get better at the mechanics, and then probably spend a great deal of time trying to, I guess, just focus on capturing the flag and all that, and maybe try to go for knife kills. I'll have to see what kinds of things I could try to work towards goals-wise, which is one of the reasons I wanted to take a look at... Oh, wait, 2 dog tags? Oh, did I actually successfully manage to get a knife kill when I lunged at them? Because I did, like, lunge at 2 people, but I didn't know whether or not I'd actually killed them. That'd be kind of cool if I did manage to get knife kills. It doesn't seem very difficult in this game either, because it's not like in older Battlefields, you had to be, like, right next to them. Like, right beside them, they had to be standing still, and then you swing your knife, and then maybe you get a hit marker. But here it looks a lot easier. Kind of like Commando Lunge from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where you just dive at them, right? So this is Battle Raid. This is a player card. Yeah, what I want to try to find, I like that it gives a lot of stats here. Is there like a leaderboard or something? That's what I want to know. Please sound off in the comments if you folks know. I'd love to know. But I'm just like looking right here and I haven't seen anything. One of the biggest drawbacks to playing the recent Call of Duties is it feels like they watered the game down so much in terms of, like, even like they have like elimination death ratio now in the latest iteration of Warzone, right? Elimination as in like they add your kills and assists and then match it against your deaths, and that's your new ratio. I don't really support that. I think that it's better that we just keep it as KD, and then they keep track of other stats like your score, kills, revives, all that. I think that that's the right approach. I feel like that's a whole separate discussion by itself, but I think that so far from what I've seen, Battlefield has done a lot of things correctly. I think the one thing here that's missing is just the leaderboard. I really do, like, I'm like trying to search for it, but I don't think there's a leaderboard. If there is a leaderboard, yeah, I think that would elevate my enjoyment of the game more, because then we could get a chance to see, you know, which players are like perhaps the best at assault, right? Like I could work towards being the #1 assault player, or have the most knife kills, or being #1 with a gun, or having the most revives, or capping the most points. That's the kind of stuff that would be really cool for me. Not everyone cares about that. I get it. I completely respect it. But I also think that it wouldn't hurt to add little things like this to work towards. Speaking of things to work towards, where's the medals? I thought that there were, like, again, in older battlefields, there used to be medals that you work towards. Is it this? No, this is if you actually run with certain guns. Okay, this is kind of cool. You can actually work towards picking up badges with specific guns if you level up your gun. I wonder if there's like specific gun like challenges though, because I know that in Call of Duty you have to actually do like, let's say like sliding kills with SMGs, or you got to do like long shots with sniper rifles. I wonder if they have something like that. And then here's like daily challenges. This is fine and all, but I really do think that it would be nice to see more of the medals that they used to have in older battlefields. Is it badges? Maybe it's badges, but I just wish that I like how intuitive the user interface is for the things that are like most important. I need to, being able to find which game I want to play. I know exactly where I need to go. The UI is intuitive. It is gorgeous. It is everything I would have wanted out of these kinds of shooters. And same thing with loadouts. I kind of need to know what the loadouts are like as a newbie. And then challenges and even profile. These are like, of course, probably four of the most important ones, but I don't know if like the badges tab is hidden or if it'll be unlocked later. I mean, I'm glad I get the infographic on this, but I guess if I had to... Okay, so top badges I think are associated with these. I think if I had to give a complaint, I think that one of the things that would be nice to see in this game as a main critique would be that, yeah, I feel like there should be like more to work towards. I wonder if that's like a future addition for this game. But yeah, I think there should be the badges system and stats. Those would be really cool to see. Or maybe not stats, but leaderboards or more stats, I guess. Yeah, that would be my main thoughts on it. All right, and yeah, I think that pretty much will be it for this first look at the game. I've taken a look at everything I have wanted to here, and overall, I think that launch day was pretty good. This is the other, I guess, compliment I have to give the game. I feel like launch day was handled really, really well. There was a queue of over 500,000 people. One of the reasons I started a little later is because, aside from having to fix a couple settings here and there, I saw that the queue was just massive, so I was taking a step away from that. I was watching other people try to get into the game. I didn't watch them play, but I tried to watch them get into the game. Players like Tim the Tatman and those folks, right? But despite there being a queue of over 500,000 people, it actually went by very quick by first day standards, rather than taking hours to resolve. Like, if anyone was queued up at 500,000, a lot of players were moaning and groaning already. I would have done the same thing. But a lot of these players were able to get in the game within 5-10 minutes tops. Maybe 15, from what I could see, at least on the stream. So I think that... And even in my case, I hopped in after about an hour and a half, and there was basically no queue, right? If that is not a successfully handled first day launch, I don't know what is. I hope that in the future that future EA releases could take notes from this. I hope that future releases for other games could take notes from this, because I'm kind of sick of the days of, let's say, like, I think it was Diablo 3, where when Diablo 3 launched, there was, I think it was like called Error 34 or something, where players would try to hop on the servers, and it was to the point where they would either crash the servers because there was so much demand, or you would have to wait an unreasonably long time, like hours and hours at a time. And if you left, well, or you crashed, well, too bad, so sad. Now you get like an error, you have to wait another however many hours to get in game. Here, you don't even have to wait hours, you have to wait 5-10 minutes. I think that's very reasonable. I think that, again, gives me a big W for the game in my eyes. Generally speaking, I have nothing but like good things to say about the game. So I'm going to conclude here by going over my scores for the game. So normally I use the criteria of story, audio, graphics, gameplay, and overall. But I haven't had a chance to try the campaign at all. I think it looks kind of interesting. It's kind of like a 7 or 8 out of 10, sort of interesting just at a first look at it. It's like talking about some shadow faction and NATO's trying to go after them, I guess. I'm not really big on like these deep storylines, just even something simple that's well done. I really like that. I'll have to play the campaign before I can kind of talk about the story. The audio, I think it's gorgeous. The guns, the firing sounds on these guns are amazing. They don't sound like plastic, unlike I think it's Black Ops 6 got released not too long ago, and I was trying to use the Black Ops 6 guns in Warzone, and they just sounded terrible. I have like the guns, I don't know what it is, but the gun sounds in Warzone 1 just felt amazing, like way back then. That was like 6 years ago, and ever since then they've just downgraded. But now I'm playing Battlefield 6, and I have my headset on, and the guns just sound so good. They hype me up, and I actually want to play the game. So immersive, so good. And that's also not factoring in the music. I think honestly, if I were to give a score on music, I'd say that it's a pretty solid 8 out of 10. Or not music, but audio as a whole. I'd say like maybe like a 9 out of 10 actually. I would give it a perfect score, but the one, I guess, nitpicky sort of complaint I have is that I kind of wish that they had like different soundtracks, but it does feel like the same few they've been playing. I love that they still have the same OG Battlefield soundtrack from Battlefield, like, I think, well, yeah, I guess it's just the Battlefield theme. Call of Duty, as far as I know, doesn't really have their own sort of music theme, but every time I hear the Battlefield sound, it just gets me pumped, man. I just listen to it, and I'm just, like, ready to play the game, drop in, and, be a soldier, and go on in. Yeah, I would try to mimic the soundtrack, but hopefully you folks know which one I'm talking about, because I don't think I'd be able to do it justice. It just sounds so, I guess, majestic in a way, and just so, like, so epic, right? I can't help but feel excited whenever I listen to it getting in game. But yeah, the other soundtracks kind of fit the theme too. They're not terrible. They don't blow me away, but they get the job done. And yeah, I just wish there was a bit more variety. I think those are my two main complaints for audio. So graphics, really, really good. I would give it a 9 out of 10 easily. 9 or maybe even 10 out of 10. I'm sure that there was games out there with even more realistic graphics, but me personally, I love the way it looks. This just feels so, it feels so grounded. I can get behind it. Maybe the guns themselves I kind of wish looked a little bit better, but that might have to do with the fact that I'm playing on medium graphics. So I'll give that a bit of a pass. Let's just say 9 out of 10 there. Gameplay, I want to give it a so far I feel like I would give that a 9 easily. What would really elevate it to a 10 out of 10 for me, what would really hook me, like, this game is good. Like, I can already tell I'm gonna get addicted into this game, and I'm gonna play it a lot. I'm almost certain of it. But the one thing that's stopping me from giving it like a solid 10 out of 10 is that, yeah, I do kind of wish that they had more, like I'd mentioned before, badges and leaderboards and more stats, that kind of stuff. I think that the core gameplay as it is wonderful. I think it's a solid 10 out of 10, but I think that there needs to be more in terms of the progression, and more things to work towards, with things like badges and leaderboards that have been present in previous Battlefield games. Here, I'm not even comparing to Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty itself doesn't even do this. So I feel like if Battlefield did this, it is another thing that they have over Call of Duty, which does not have that level of depth, I think, in their games right now, or in recent releases. So overall, out of 10, story, I give it an 8. Well, I mean, I haven't actually played it, so take that one with a grain of salt, all right? I need to actually play it, and then maybe I can give a more informed opinion about it. Audio, 9 out of 10. Or, yeah, sorry. Story is like 7 or 8. Audio is about like an 8 or a 9, I guess. Graphics are pretty solid 9 or maybe even 10 out of 10. Gameplay is 9 out of 10. although I could very easily see it being like a 10 out of 10 in within a couple patches. And then overall, right now, this game, it is amazing. I really like it. I'm really enjoying it. I don't really have too many complaints about it. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. With a potential 10 out of 10 if they fix some of, well, the main issue is, I guess, progression and performance. That was the other one I didn't really talk about. I think that the game could perform a little bit better. I think that I'm glad that it can run on my PC without any issues, no choppiness, no lag spikes. It feels so smooth, and requirements-wise, at least it doesn't eat up like 150 gigs on my hard drive. It's a pretty reasonable, like 70 gigs. I'd say that's pretty good. It only took Call of Duty like what 4 years, 5 years before they finally decided, hey, maybe we'll actually reduce the hard drive space for this game, like people have been asking. Actually, they've been rolling out a lot of changes that people have been asking for, and it's actually kind of fun watching that. That could be a whole separate video, but I actually do feel like Battlefield has been putting a lot of pressure on them to, I wouldn't even say innovate, but to actually cater to what more of what their community has been asking for a while. But I feel like that, well, it remains to be seen whether or not that'll actually work. Me personally, I think I'm going to spend a great deal of time on Battlefield. I think that I don't really have too much reason to go back to COD right now, but that's way off topic. So, yeah, those are my scores for the game. I think that other criteria I want to mention real quick, too. Gunplay, customization, game flow, graphics, or, well, I already talked about graphics and gameplay, but gunplay, customization, and game flow. Just really quickly, I think the gunplay so far is, I mean, I need to learn more about the game, but I'm feeling like it's going to be a 10 out of 10. I'm really liking it. I really like how, well, I mean, I haven't had a chance to try like customizing the guns themselves, but the way the guns shoot, the fact that they have solid like recoil patterns, but the recoil patterns don't feel as, like, I don't know what it is. It actually feels like Call of Duty in the sense that, like, it's controllable, but it's not like as easy as Call of Duty. So there is like some level of mastery associated with it, I think, with actually trying to learn more about the game. And then customization, that is a 10 out of 10 as far as I can see. You can customize your guns, you can customize your class, you can customize your subclass, you can choose different playstyles, and you can even, you know, if you care about aesthetics, you can adjust what character you go out with too. How could that be anything other than 10 out of 10? I mean, I'm not really high on my standards with these sorts of games, but I feel like the bar is pretty low for recent, I mean, games that have come out. So, yeah. And then game flow, I really enjoyed the way the game's played out. I don't really feel like if anybody has played MW 2019, there's that bridge map. I can't remember the name of it, but it was terrible because one side would spawn on the bridge, the other one would spawn on the ground, and then you would just get spawn farmed, essentially. I mean, from what I can see, there's none of that here. You have your own home base where you're safe, you can spawn, and then there's like varying points on the map, and you know, you have vehicles, so you have plenty of ways to break out. And the flow of the match, you can play like a slightly longer game with Conquest, you can play a slightly shorter game with those TDM based game modes. All in all, I can't see myself giving this anything other than like a pretty solid 10 out of 10. Maybe I might tone it down to 9 later on if I play it and realize, oh, maybe there is some imbalance here with, I don't know, matchmaking or something. I don't know, but I don't even know if they have skill-based matchmaking here. They probably do, but it's nowhere near as prevalent as in Call of Duty, I think. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, yeah, and then pros and cons. Pros, honestly, most of the stuff that I talked about, gunplay, customization, game flow, graphics, audio, all of those are pros. Like I said, the main cons are just, I wish they'd add more like badges and medals and all that, and leaderboards and more stats. Those would be my main, I guess, requests for the game. And when the Battle Royale comes out, I'll have to look at that separately. Not everybody's going to be thrilled about that. I'd love to give it a try. I don't think there's any harm in that. So we'll see how that goes. So How did it feel? I think that the game is amazing. I would definitely recommend giving it a try, and I'll probably even go try to the campaign after. But that's pretty much going to be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks everyone for watching. Adventure out.